Look, I know new iPhones are still like 8 months away. You know that I know that. But it's not about me and it's not about you. It's about the rumors. And apparently nobody's bothered to tell the damn rumors. So here we are, more than half a year out, and we're already talking about not the new iPhones, but the next ones. So let's just agree that this is both a little silly and a lot awesome, and kick right into it. Welcome back, grab your snacks. I'm Rene Ritchie, and this is Vector. Last year, we got the iPhone XS, iPhone XS Max, and iPhone XR. This year, rumor has it, another 3. January 11, 2019, The Wall Street Journal. Apple is planning to release 3 new iPhone models again this fall, including a successor to the struggling XR. Quote-unquote struggling probably better describes the Wall Street Journal's Apple reporting these days than it does the XR's performance, but journal's gonna journal, so... Mark Gurman, Debbie Wu, and Yuji Nakamura, writing today for Bloomberg, pegged the codenames for the new flagship iPhones as D42 and D43. No N94? That was for the 4S. It's hard to tell if Apple's triple phone strategy in 2018 was a success or not. The market suffered from so much distortion from China's downturn, cheap battery replacements, and other decelerators. It did allow Apple to keep pushing the envelope on new iPhone technologies while also mitigating the higher price points, at least somewhat. If Apple's confident in that strategy and wants to give it another year to play out, new regular, Max, and mids are the best way to do it, maybe with some price adjustments along the way. The Wall Street Journal again. Apple is also considering trimming functions from its 2019 lineup to cut costs. That includes the Force Touch module, which makes the display sensitive to fingertip pressure, though the function could live on in other components. Now, I'd miss 3D Touch, I'm not gonna lie, I use it all the time. Haptic Touch, if that's the replacement, would need to evolve and fast to make up for it. Back on May 28, 2018, there were some early sketchy reports that Apple was gonna go all in on OLED in 2019. The Electronic Times via Reuters. Apple has decided to use OLED screens in all 3 new iPhone models planned for next year. OLED supply is getting better. More specifically, LG OLED for phones is getting better, which removes the hyper-expensive lock Samsung has had on the market. But there's probably still not enough to really go around, not when you add another iPhone-scale device into the mix, and to the yields. Also, some people still get negatively affected vertigo-style reactions by the frequency modulation used to mitigate OLED burn-in. So, if the more recent Wall Street Journal report is accurate, it's great for them to still have a modern LCD option to choose from instead. For a few years, Apple offered better cameras on the plus-sized iPhones than on the regular-sized ones. First, it was just optical image stabilization. Then it was dual camera systems instead of single. With iPhone XS though, both the regular and the Max got dual systems, and only the XR got single. Now, the same Wall Street Journal report says, Apple plans to introduce some new camera features, including a triple rear camera for the highest end model and a double rear camera for the 2 other models. Here's hoping the third lens is telephoto, so that we can start zooming out the way we've been zooming in. But it could also have an entirely different purpose that I'll get to in a minute. Mark Gurman and Debbie Wu again. A third camera on the back of the 2019 iPhone will help the device capture a larger field of view and enable a wider range of zoom. It will also capture more pixels, so Apple software could, for example, automatically repair a video or photo to fit in a subject that may have been accidentally cut off from the initial shot. There have also been a few supposed renders of what the triple camera system could look like, including one that squares everything off with the flash in the 4th corner. Meanwhile, the LCD model is likely to be upgraded to a dual camera system from the single camera on the rear of the XR. That follows rumors going all the way back to May 7, 2018. From the Taipei Times. Apple is likely to launch a new iPhone model with a triple lens rear camera in the second half of the next year. Today again, Mark Gurman and Debbie Wu for Bloomberg. The rear-facing longer-range 3D camera is designed to scan the environment to create 3-dimensional reconstructions of the real world. It will work up to about 15 feet from the device. There are also rumors of Apple improving the current front-facing TrueDepth camera. November 1, 2018, from Guomingqi, via Apple Insider. Apple will raise the output power of the Flood Illuminator vertical cavity surface emitting laser central to the Face ID system. The improvements will lower the impact from invisible infrared light in the environment, making for a more accurate system. Potentially more exciting is rumors of a depth system coming to the rear cameras. May 28, 2018, from the Economic Daily. In the market, Apple's iPhone, which will be launched next year, may use post-imposed 3D sensing modules to present augmented reality AR images. Among them, time of flight, TOF, is the main sensing technology. According to the latest report of foreign-funded Deutsche Securities, Apple replaced TOF technology with 3 lenses. Guomingji, though, from the previous report, says the flight could still be timely. Now, I've been hearing rumors about Apple's rear-facing AR camera for a few years now, and if any of them are true, I absolutely cannot wait to see it. The minute a new higher G is announced, everyone expects Apple to add it immediately, even if it's not deployed in any useful way, and no services exist to take advantage of that deployment, even if it was useful. This despite Apple waiting until the second iPhone to add 3G, and iPhone 5 to add LTE, the equivalent to skywriting their wireless conservatism high up in the clouds. So I don't expect 5G until we get next generation, more efficient chips and far more robust infrastructure. Wi-Fi 6, the next generation wireless standard though, may be more likely. So might 4x4 multi-in, multi-out, or MIMO. That's according to Barclays on January 17 and 19, 2019, as reported by MacRumors. The same team that made Lightning at Apple helped make USB-C, but USB-C wouldn't ship in time for iPhone 5, not by years, so Apple went ahead with Lightning instead. And while nerds would love having USB-C on everything, the vast majority of mainstream customers have no idea what it is. But if asked to switch just 7 short years after the dock, they'll cut you, and they'll pour lemon juice on it. Since Apple switched from Lightning to USB-C on the iPad Pro though, rumors, can I call them rumors? They're more like hopes and dreams of a nerdy nation, have been making the next iPhone rumor rounds. Even today, Mark Gurman and Debbie Wu again. Apple is also testing some versions of this year's iPhone line that include a USB-C connector instead of the Lightning port that has been used on iPhones since 2012, indicating that the company plans an eventual switch. There are also rumors, or theories or fanfic, that Apple will ditch Lightning without switching to USB-C and go straight to full-on portless. Yeah, 0 ports given. Apple did that with the watch at launch, but it means if anything goes wrong, like a bricking from a botched update, you have to send it in to Apple. That's so annoying on a watch. For a phone, it feels like a deal breaker. Apple TV lost its USB-C port when it went 4K as well, but Apple figured out wireless restore. Again, that might be fine for a TV box, but for a phone, it has to be beyond rock solid. It has to be vibranium, adamantium. There were rumors of a portless Pixel, and Meizu is already showing off a portless phone. But at iPhone scale, for mainstream customers, we may still be a few years away. A10 Fusion brought efficiency and performance cores. A11 Bionic added a neural engine for silicon-powered machine learning. A12 Bionic vastly increased the core count of the neural engine and shrunk everything down to 7 nanometers for even greater efficiency. A13 will of course do more of the same, and at the very least maybe bring a new brand name. Bionic is great, but after 2 years I figure we've earned something just a little more hyperbolic. And yeah, efficient dot performant. There were a few rumors about Apple Pencil support last year, and obviously that didn't pan out. So of course there are a few rumors about Apple Pencil support this year as well. It's gotten to the point though where I'm completely Gandalf about this. I'll expect it when I see it. In the meantime, I'll keep busy with Brilliant. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, algorithms, logic. In just 5 minutes a day, each Brilliant problem provides you with the context and framework that you need to tackle it. Everything you need is there so you can learn the concepts by applying them. If you like the problem and want to learn more, there's a course quiz that explores the same concepts in greater detail. If you're confused and need more guidance, you can join the community and discuss the problems. So what are you waiting for? Go to brilliant.org/vector and finish your day a little smarter every day. Thanks, Brilliant, and thank you so much for supporting the show. ProMotion 120Hz refresh, in-display Touch ID, short-range contactless charging, increased water resistance or full-on waterproofing, new colors. We all know the drill by now. The more interesting question, though, is this. What is Apple working on that's not so predictable? There'll be more leaks. I'll make updated versions of this video, but we'll only ever know anything for sure when Apple takes the stage to introduce it, likely, as usual, this September. That means, though, right now, anything is possible and everything is still on the table. So let me know what you think. Hit like, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel. And then hit up the comments below and let me know. And thank you so much for watching.